What's going on, YouTube? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on which time zone you're currently watching me in right now. If you don't know me, my name is Ryan. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. And if you do know me, welcome back. So today, I dropped out of college. Yeah, I am officially done. I don't want to do it no more. I hung it up. I'm through. When I say done, I mean cooked, finished, nada, no more. It's over with. It's done. I am tired. I'm exhausted. I don't want to do it no more. All the things in between. So to give you all a little bit of backstory, I was in the military back in 2015 through 2019. And while I was in the military, I finished my associate's degree, not because necessarily I wanted to go to school. It's more so because the college points would help me get promoted in the military. Or the college degree would equivalent to points so I can get promoted easier in the military. That's what I meant to say. But prior to joining the military, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I didn't know who I wanted to be. I didn't know anything in between as far as where or which direction my life was headed. And I joined the military in hopes that it would give me some direction or at least keep me occupied or give me some type of experiences that I can use further or down the road in life. And also, I didn't want to pay for college in case I did decide I want to go to college. So within saying that, the military paid for my associate's degree, and they also paid for me to pursue my bachelor's degree, or I should say further education, because I didn't have to go for my bachelor's degree afterwards. But they paid for me to further my education even after the military, even after I got out. So with that being said, while I was in the military, I had an associate's in health science. That's what I ended up obtaining. After the military, I unfortunately still didn't know what I wanted to do in my life. I didn't know which direction I wanted to go in, what profession I wanted to pursue. I didn't know any of that. So I just started going to school with no direction. And from anybody who is in college or who has had experience with college, maybe you know somebody who's in college, you know that if you go into school with no direction, you're going to change your major several times. And that's exactly what I did. I started out as a psychology major, and then I went into social work, and then I went to child and family development, and then I went into another degree plan, and I ended up pursuing just a simplified general studies degree. And the reason I ended up switching my major 5 different times is because I didn't know what I wanted to do, and I also wasn't paying for it. So I didn't feel obligated to pursue one avenue necessarily because it wasn't on my dime compared to if it was coming out of my pocket, I would have I would have been a psychologist by now. But that wasn't the case. It's not something I had to worry about. So you know what? Hey, I'm good with it. I currently have 120 college credits, and a bachelor's degree, at least at the college that I'm pursuing, is equivalent to 120 college credits. So I have the credits for a bachelor's degree, but of course, colleges want you to take all the recommended classes in that degree track in order to obtain a degree. And I probably am about a total of 8 to 9 classes away. So that's about 2 to 3 semesters, depending on how many I would have had decided to take, because I had to be a full-time student in order for the military to pay for it. But in all honesty, I'm tired of college. It's a scam. I was taking online classes. I got to get on and do discussion boards and reply and say, hey, that discussion board was great. Thank you for posting that. I appreciate it. That made a lot of sense. And I have to do if what feels like tedious work. And granted, there are some degrees out there that there is some work, I should say, there's some schoolwork, some college work that is very necessary when it pertains to your degree, because it's information and knowledge you need to know. But for me, when I was pursuing almost like a generalized degree, a lot of that stuff is just, it felt tedious, it felt redundant. On top of that, I didn't want to go to class every day. I don't like sitting in the classroom, listening to a teacher lecture over and over again. I don't like school. Let's just sum it up. I don't like school. I don't care for college. I'm surprised I made it this far. Let's put it that way. College, in my personal opinion, is not going to help me get to where I feel like I want to go. And even though I don't know for certain where I want to go, I kind of know where I want to be. And I feel like college isn't going to help me get to where I would like to be going forward in the future. So therefore, I feel like I'm spending time doing something that I feel like other people think I should be doing, rather than me doing what I feel like and I think I should be doing. Does that make sense? So I dropped out. I stopped going. I am done. I'm hanging it up. I'm not going back to school anymore. I might not know exactly what I want to do in life, but I know what I enjoy doing. And I know that there's a way to make money doing what I enjoy doing. And that's this: creating content, being on social media. It's talking to the people who enjoy and watch the content that I myself create. It's being able to help people on the internet with whatever their situation is, and talk about relationships, and talk about mental health, and things that I have experienced, and also things that I am genuinely passionate about. And it's just a matter of the time. It's just a matter of doing it. And the time that I would spend in a classroom and doing homework and writing research papers and essays, I could be dedicating to my craft, to social media, to creating content in order for this to provide the future that I am looking for and I want to be a part of. And I am always an advocate when it comes to any job, when it comes to any school, when it comes to anything in life. As long as you have freedom, as long as you have an opinion, as long as you have free will, use it. If you don't like what you're doing, change it. Is it going to be scary? Is dropping out of college scary? Absolutely. Absolutely, it's scary. But also, change is scary, because that means that I'm not doing what's comfortable. I'm not doing what I'm used to doing. I'm not stuck in routine. That means that I have to explore the new. I have to explore the unknown, and that's fearful for me personally to do it. But the fear is not, I feel like the rewards in pursuing what I want to do in life is greater than the temporary fear that I'm currently experiencing right now. And it's not that I have fear that I won't be great at what I do, because anything I put my mind to and I stay focused on and I do it enough, I'm gonna get better at it, unless it's just genuinely not within my capability to do. So I don't expect me to be an NBA player, no matter how much time and effort I put into it. But something like content creation is already proven through other social media platforms, and the amount of followers that have been supporting me over the past years, that I am able to create content that's enjoyable and that people will watch. So it's not that I'm afraid that I'm gonna fail. It's just I am afraid because this is something that I haven't done full time. This is something that I have not pursued and given hours upon hours upon hours to, the way I would a full-time job that's almost deemed more stable or more secure, or school that is almost deemed more secure and stable. And social media for me is a new avenue that no one in my family, I am the absolute first person in my family that I know of who has said, hey, I'm going to be a full-time content creator. That's not something you hear very often from a lot of people, especially maybe people in your family, because they might be ignorant to the way technology work, or they might feel like social media is not going to provide you a life that is going to provide you financial comfortability and stability. And I feel like social media, like I said, has the potential to be everything and more for me personally and for my family as well. And I just feel like college isn't working for me. It's not to say it doesn't work for other people. Excuse me. It's not to say that college, you shouldn't go to college. I am not saying that by any means. If you feel like you want to go to college, if you feel like you want to explore the avenue, if you feel like that might work for you, by all means, please get your head in the books, lock in, work in your GPA, graduate, do your thing. I wish you the best, Godspeed, all the things. But I know for me, I have already had an associate's degree. I've done the military. I've done warehouse jobs. I've done customer service jobs. I've done jobs in general, and nothing brings me that joy. Nothing brings me that satisfaction. Nothing brings me that feeling of wanting to wake up for work every day the way content creation does. And for some people, this is a hobby, just creating content. And for me, it started out as a hobby, but hobbies, this doesn't have to be a hobby. It could be a supplement for a full-time job that somebody else is working. Not saying that working 9 to 5 is bad, but it's not for me. And within saying that, also recognizing that 9 to 5s look different. So just because one person's clocking in every day working for somebody else 9 to 5 doesn't mean that I won't be dedicating 9 to 5. I won't be dedicating a schedule that's 9 to 5 to social media in order to work for myself and build my own business and build my own vision. So, I mean, it could still equivalent to the same amount of hours, which is why I'm saying 9 to 5 isn't bad. But what I am saying is that clocking in, working for somebody else, going to school, doing all those things is not for me. Not to say that it's bad. It's just not for me. I've done enough of it to recognize and realize that it's a cycle of insanity for me, meaning doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result, no matter what job I work, no matter how much I get paid, no matter who I work for, no matter what company it is, no matter what school it is, no matter what class it is not for me. And I am 31 years old. I'll be 32 years old this year. And I don't want to be 40 or 50 or 60 looking back at this time frame saying I should have gave it a try. I should have dropped out and attempted to pursue my dreams. I should have left go of what other people thought I should do and do what I wanted to do. I don't want to live my life like that, because I'm not living my life for other people. I'm living my life for myself, but I'm also taking into account my children, my wife, and our family, and our bills and everything else in between. So I know that for me, it's going to take time to grow this. It's going to take time to nurture it. It's going to take time to do all the things that are necessary in order for this to be what I envision it to be and what my wife envisions it to be. But in the meantime, making those changes in life and dedicating that time that would be over here for school and dedicating that towards social media is a start. And it starts with little changes in order to get to where we would like to be. One of the things that always stuck with me, and it still sticks with me, is I read a book. And in the book, it's like a financial book. But in a financial book, it states, imagine what you want to be and where you want to go and what you want to do. And imagine what that person would do. Imagine where would they be. And imagine you becoming that person. And just implement those habits into your life now. And inevitably, you will become that person that you want to be in the future. So being a content creator, I imagine a content creator making content, doing all, like, putting perfecting their craft, putting their focus into it, putting time and effort and energy into editing and all the things. And in order for, and they are successful, they are being able to have the financial freedom and have the comfortability of having time to be around their family and be around their friends and enjoy the things that they want out of life. In order for me to get there, I have to start with what I believe a full-time content creator will look like. And this is part of that. So you all have me full-time. I am locked in. I tried to multitask and do content creation and school at the same time, but school always took priority. And now there is nothing else that takes priority in the sense of what I would be dedicating my time to, besides like my family and stuff like that. But beyond that, this is it. And if I can give anybody advice out there, it would be to pursue your dreams. I know that sounds very much generic. But I feel like if you don't change what it is you don't like, you're accepting what it is you don't want. And I don't want to accept the fact that I don't want to accept being complacent or being somewhere that makes me unhappy, because I feel like life is way too short for that. And there's plenty of people who didn't go to college who are successful. There are plenty of people out there who stopped working for other people and decided to work for themselves and are very successful. And the only difference I feel between me and them is that they look beyond that fear and push past it until it no longer became fear, but it became fuel to continue to pursue their hopes, goals, and dreams until they got to where they want to be and became who they wanted to, and became who they were looking for to be. So I appreciate you all being here. I'm gonna figure out the next steps and make myself a schedule and lock in. So I hope you all have a good morning, a good evening, good afternoon, depending on which time zone you're currently in. And I appreciate you all watching and being here, and have a great day. Thank you. Oh, also, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit that like button. I appreciate it. Thank you.